Ahoy fellas, Frankie Dave back again on YouTube. This evening again on YouTube I have part number 2 of Jake Cuttlers carrier aircraft group build. Folks, this is a very oldie. I had this thing started many years ago. I think last time this aircraft has been started already and needs to be finished up on. The kit is complete. I was rummaging around down below in the bosun locker, which is my finished basement where I keep all my models stocked up. I call it my model bosun locker or warehouse. And I stumbled onto it. This is another AD-6 Skyraider in a scale of 140. So it's not much bigger than the 148 scale. This is the old Revell one, 1959 release. I had this model since 1959. And I've never finished it yet, though, and it's about 99% together. The other 10% is just putting the rest of the together and the decals and painting. And for starters, this is what it looks like in the kit box, and I'll bring the model over next after this. Here's one you don't see every day, guys. This is a 1959 release of Revell's AD-6 Skyraider, which was redesignated as A1 during the Vietnam conflict. Now, this model here, this boxing here is a 1966 boxing, but this model actually was released in 1959. This is a gimmick model, guys. This thing does everything but fly. Everything. And it's still on my model right now, as I'll show you during the inbox review. Okay, for starters, the wings fold of this airplane, the ailerons work, the landing gear retracts, prop spins, the cowling comes apart to reveal the 18-cylinder, 2,800 horsepower right cyclone engine, which powered the mighty Able Dog. Dive brakes open and close, rudder turns, stabilizer moves up and down, tail wheel retracts. The resting hook folds, canopy slides. This thing does everything but fly. Everything. And for starters, I have in the box of view what's left of the kit. Here's the instructions right here. The instructions are very ancient. There's a history of the aircraft. And it starts out with the underwing assembly, and it tells you the do's and don'ts. And actually, you can see the treatment of these instructions are a lot more in detail, and it's all legible. They can be read instead of having a series of symbols and exploded views. The exploded views on here, but it tells you everything. Here's the instructions of this type of kit. All those parts that's incorporated on this thing. And I believe this is the first time I've seen this. This is the first time I brought this airplane up, guys, in over 50 years. And it has the end instructions. You can see how the cowling comes apart, shows the engine. It comes with 4 figures. You got 3 you got 3 deck handlers on there. You got the aviation bosun's mates, you call them. You got your grapes. You got your ordnance, structural mechanics. But these guys here actually were aviation bosun's mates. They're more or less responsible for attaching the resting gear and retrieving the resting gear after the aircraft landed, and also is making quite sure the airplanes are secured before takeoff. And well, I tell you, this baggy's got here, I got parts to it that need to be done, so I got a lot more to do on it. I got my large 13-foot, 16-foot Hamilton standard prop. And the engines hasn't been painted yet, though, so there's the front there, the governor ring right there. There's a rear section of the engine, and it fits in the front. 6 fits here, and you got double row. Get your 375 gallon fuel tanks. Your rockets, 12 of them come with a kit. And you got plus pilot. You got the 1, 2, 3 figures. I'll paint those up. I'll mount this on a carrier deck seam. Do the same thing like Freddie did. Freddie had a nice touch, and I did on his. Same thing, Clint, Mad Mahler. So I'll paint those figures up. The fellow here kneeling down here, he's probably checking the undercarriage to make sure that the kingpins are locked for the arrestor cable, because you're on top of the catapult takeoff. They're Y-shaped. They straight forward this way. Hook up the undercarriage. That's why this guy's job comes in place. You make sure that the kingpins are locked. So when the aircraft is catapulted off, the rest cables will actually fall free on the catapult. If not, the plane will topple over and you'll have problems and somebody's in trouble. And so you got a lot of loose parts here and there that go with the model. And I'll bring you the model right now. Here she is, folks. This is what I'm talking about. This wing will come down, snaps in place. That snaps in place. Flaps will drop down. This flap will come down. Ailerons worked. Model like this, man, you like to preserve all the gimmicks to it. Ailerons work. And the best thing of all, guys, is that landing gear. You see that landing gear track? It'll come down. It rotates 90 degrees. It goes inside the well. And it comes down. Very ingenious for the day. Very ingenious. And everything on it works. Like I said, does everything but fly. That flap will go on, just snaps on. No big deal. Anyway, that completes my build number 2 on the Jake Cuttlers carrier aircraft group build. So I'll add this on right next to my AD that's hanging up behind me. So I'm going to have them both on there. They'll be different scales. And got to get this thing done. I had it out most of my life, and it's got to get finished. Ain't no good fit in the box. So I'll throw that in on the carrier aircraft build as well, and I'll be happy. So that's a good model. That thing there is old. It'll make no more. It's been laid dormant for more than 50 years. This airplane has never seen the model shells. I don't know whatever happened to the molds of that, but that's one of the Revell wonders that they had. Their old gimmick models. I mean, them things were collectors. They were so realistic, you know. And they had another one in that series, is the F-102 Delta Dart, and it had retractable landing gear, and it revealed the Pratt & Whitney J47 engine that it had. And these old classics and plastics were worth their weight in gold. I paid $2 for this model. They're on the end of the box back in those days. Back in those days, the dollar never went up every day like it does nowadays, because the American dollar is failing. And so far it's worth about 30 cents. And that's why every day prices goes up and goes up, goes up. Of course, you got supply and demand too. But back in those days, nothing ever went up. I mean, this model stayed the same for at least 5-6 years until after it got till actually they quit reissuing it and producing it. So this is a long lost Revell. Some kits that have been sitting around for a long time have been salvaged by other companies that use the Revell logo on there, and they use their molds. And be like Revell using the wind wall molds. So hopefully one of these days the good folks at Monogram Revell may be able to find the molds of this airplane and bring it back to the modelers. Because like I say, there's not one modeler that I know of that would love to get their hands on one of these. So this is an oldie but goodie, and I enjoy it. So all the parts to it's all completed. So all I gotta do is put it together. I'm gonna paint this the Korean War version. It's gonna be all sea blue. And it's going to be white undercarriage, oleo struts, tracking struts. It's going to be all completely white. And it's going to be all blue, which will be no masking. All the masking I'll do on it is painting on top of the tips and the tail. It's going to be green. And I can't find no decals for it, so I'm going to make my own. So I went down to the hobby shop. For $2.75, I got me some white decal paper. I'll make me some templates, cut it out on here. There you go, folks. Homemade decals. Also, I've been toying around with the idea of an inkjet too. You know, on the computer, you get a hold of some decal company, decals. You can upload them and run them and eject. When you guys do that, when you guys take decal paper like this and run it through for decals, you got to remember now the decals have got to be sealed on the film before you apply the model. The words, it'll dissolve. So the best thing of that is after you take it out of your printer with the inkjet, let it dry. Go down and get you some Testor's dull coat. Give it a good light spray on it. When it dries, come back and give it another coat. Let it dry 24 hours. The next day, give it another coat. Let it dry, give it another coat. That'll be your final coat. Then you cut it out, they'll slide it on your model. A lot of hobby shops don't stock decals anymore. It's because of that. So everything's got to be ordered in line nowadays. With the advent of the computer and everything online nowadays, it puts the hobby shop out of business in some respects. And so anyway, you guys want to make your own decals like that? There's somewhere in cyberspace you can download decals like that and copy it and run it on your computer. You got to make sure they're the same scale by using percentage rates. So that's all the trial and error, folks. So anyway, when you do that, be quite certain. It's very important to use dull coat. Okay, boys, enough chatter right there. It's time to get off right here. So I thought maybe I'd be able to submit my entry number 2 on Jake Cutler's carrier aircraft group build. So I got 2 of them on there. So I'll be working my AD and this AD back to back, and it'll be done at the same time. And that'll complete that. Okay, fellas, it's time for you to get off right here right now, and I gotta get cracking on some of my stuff right here. I gotta make me some templates for the stars and bars on my AD over here and get that going. And so I got a lot of work to do. So again, I'd like to apologize on these two videos I made because of my transformer without operating my camera. And so I gotta go down there to Best Buy and get me another one tomorrow. And I'll be happy to get that thing running again, because I sure missed that camera. This webcam got here on my computer right here. It only does so much. Yeah, I'm grateful I've got that. It's better than have nothing at all. But stay tuned till tomorrow. I should have this thing all squared away, guys. So I'll be a busy beaver tomorrow. Okay, boys. Got Frankie Day right here. Yours truly. Signing off. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and please subscribe. And may God bless and participate in these group builds, because these are very important group builds, and they're very good group builds. So they got lots shaking for the year 2014, and when I get all the stuff finished off my plate, I'll probably get one going too. But not right now. I got too much. I got too much on my plate. I got to finish up right now, and so that'll be that. Well, here's Frankie Day signing off right here. We'll catch you guys on the next YouTube presentation. Tomorrow I'll probably have an update on my Jap Zero. I'll get that going. And the V26 will follow way after that. And we'll catch you boys later. So I'll take care now. May God bless. And thank you again, fellas, for all your comments and tuning in on my videos. I'm very appreciated. And I'm very grateful. And you're a swell bunch of fellas out there. So keep modeling. And be happy. I am. Bye, boys.